Today we're going to read about the Magic School Bus on the ocean floor. I really like the Magic School Bus books growing up, so let's see if you like them too. It was the end of the day, and it was so hot at school. We'd been working for hours on our ocean science projects. All of our work made our teacher, Miss Frizzle, very happy, but it made us super tired. They were working on all their ocean projects. We were putting the finishing touches on a display about how ocean animals swim when someone said, "I wish we could go swimming." Miss Frizzle looked up without a warning. She said, "As a matter of fact, children, I've been planning a field trip to the ocean for tomorrow." Everyone cheered. Sometimes having a weird teacher isn't so bad. The next day, everyone showed up in a bathing suit. We boarded the old school bus and Frizzle started the engine. We were ready for a day in the sun. When we finally came to the beach, we wanted to jump off the bus, but guess what? Miss Frizzle didn't stop. She kept driving the bus right past the lifeguard station, across the sand, and down into the water. I think she has a magic bus, but let's see. "We're now in the intertidal zone," said Miss Frizzle. "This is the part of the shore that is covered with water at high tide and uncovered at low tide. Out the windows, we saw tide pools, puddles of water left on the shore. When the tide goes out, we were hoping the Frizz would let us out, but no such luck. She kept driving into the ocean." As the bus splashed through the waves, the lifeguard blew his whistle. Frizzle didn't stop, so he came rushing into the water to rescue us. Suddenly, a mysterious wave rose up. Miss Frizzle opened the door of the bus, and the lifeguard was swept inside. Outside the windows, we saw nothing but rushing waters, and we screamed and closed our eyes. When we finally opened our eyes, everything was quiet. We were under the ocean, and there had been a few small changes. The bus had turned into a submarine, and everyone was wearing a diving suit. We should have known. We were on another one of Miss Frizzle's crazy field trips. Right away, Miss Frizzle started talking about the ocean. "We're now passing over the continental shelf, the area that stretches from shore to where the water is 400 to 600 feet deep." Miss Frizzle decided this was a good moment for us to get out of the bus. Thank goodness we had air tanks. All around us were fish, fish, and more fish. Many kinds of fish swim in large groups, called schools, says Miss Frizzle. Down below on the muddy bottom, lobsters were catching crabs, starfish used their arms to pry open clamshells, and jellyfish floated past, catching small fish with their stinging tentacles. The ocean had so much animal life in it. "Oh no, the shapes were tiger sharks. We saw sharks." Miss Frizzle told us not to worry. She said that most sharks will not eat people. The number of people killed by sharks every year is really small. There's an enormous whale slid by. Whale sharks never hurt people. They eat nothing but plankton. The giant shark swam down, and we went along where we were leaving the continental shelf, following a steep cliff called the Slope. We were on our way to the deep ocean floor. After a while, the whale shark swam away, but the Fritz kept going. The water was bitter and pitch black dark. Sunlight could not shine down so deep in the ocean. Miss Frizzle switched on her flashlight, and we swarmed the bus. We noticed that the bus had changed again. This time, the bus turned into a submarine, a vehicle made for exploring the deep ocean floor. "The pressure down here would crush an ordinary submarine," Frizzy explained as she drove all the way to the bottom. So different kind of animals live at the bottom of the ocean floor than at the top, the stuff that we see. Then ahead, we saw a spot that was full of life. It looked like an undersea garden with all kinds of strange animals in it. "This is a hot water vent, class. A vent is an opening in the ocean floor, and it has super, super, super hot water." Miss Frizzle said that there were other vents on the ocean floor, and unfortunately, we don't have time to visit all of them. And so they took them back to the surface. Soon we were motoring over the open ocean towards the sun-drenched island. The bus had changed into a glass-bottomed boat. Through the glass, we saw what looked like a wall made of colorful rocks. Miss Frizzle said it was the coral reef. The reef was made of really different kinds of corals, and some looked like trees with branches, and others looked like fans or fingers. Some even looked like human brains. Nearby, a school of dolphins leaped past. In the distance, we saw a whale. Everything seemed normal. Then we noticed that something weird was happening. The bus was getting kind of flat. As Miss Frizzle was the only one who stayed calm, she drove us to the ocean current where we swept in the fast-moving water for thousands of miles. After a while, we saw the beach again. "Everyone, stay on the bus," shouted Miss Fritz. On the bus was right. It had turned into a giant surfboard, and we had to stand on top of it. And we were riding a wild wave straight to the shore. Oh no, it was a great wipeout. The whole class went under. The next thing we knew, we were washing up on the island. Our diving suits were gone. The bus was its old self again, and there was it sitting in the parking lot as if nothing had happened. We were thankful Lenny had helped us. Back in the classroom, we made a terrific chart of the ocean for the bulletin board. It kind of like shows what their field trip was about. And then we were definitely ready to go home. Thank goodness it was Friday. After that class trip, we needed a weekend off. So that was a good explanation of the ocean and what's in the ocean.